Today marks 1264 days sharing lessons I learned and continue to learn with all of you. My hope that these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help you achieve your goals, and really empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak out again about the most important things, about the foundational things, about the things that we need to reflect on over and over and over again. And today I'll speak about seven most important things that we need to figure out about ourselves and even others. I think that we're able to help them to figure out those seven things. What are those seven foundational things that we always need to figure out, reflect on, and understand? Is this really the most important thing for me right now and in the future? So number one is what we truly value. What do we truly value? And I think that a lot of times this topic, it's even though that seems very simple, I think that it gets very complicated when people believe they value one thing, but the actions show differently. But when people believe that they value one thing, but their actions say differently. Because I mean, even success. People say, I really value success. I really want to pursue success. But your actions shows that you love comfort. Your action shows that you really value comfort. Such an interesting thing, philosophical thing, that our actions really show what we truly value, not what we say that we value. Our subconscious mind loves comfort. Our conscious mind loves success. And there's a beautiful saying that show me your values and I will show you destiny. Show me your values and I will show you destiny. And again, this is again about some core foundational values. People say like I value my health, I value my family, I value my friends. And when we're actually looking into their most important resources, that means time, energy, and money, where those are going. Because sometimes people say like my most important thing is my family, but when you look into the money allocation, energy allocation, time allocation, that goes all the way to the friends, or to the work, or to the hobbies, and the family is the last. So that means that we need to understand that okay, we need to do due diligence of the budget or understand okay where my time goes, where my energy goes, where my money goes, and then based on that you understand okay, do I live based on my values or do I live on other values? I think that this is again is very very important topic, and I think that we need to understand that when do you feel the most fulfilled? It might be that the things that you say about your values, it might be that you're saying because it's nice to say, but when you really understand when you are feeling the most fulfilled, when do you feel the most when do you feel that you honor the most at that moment? I think that is something that is very, very important to understand. And when you really know and very aware of your values, at that moment, I think that you're able to reallocate your resources in the best possible way for you. Number two, core wounds and protective patterns. Such an interesting thing. Core wounds and protective patterns. Every single person has some kind of patterns that is not serving them. Every single person. Even like when I look into like mentors, coaches, people who are making millions of dollars, billions of dollars, they still have a mentor or coach because they need to work through something. They need to elevate. They need to go through self-sabotaging techniques because every single person is sometimes another level, another devil. So that there is that devil that needs to be slayed before you go into another level. And that's such an important thing. And then those protective patterns are not good. And I think that we have behaviors, those that is those behaviors are not bad, but those behaviors are most times strategy to protect against pain. Most strategies are just, and I think that we need to understand that to ask questions. When do we get irrational upset? When do we get fearful? When do we get some negative emotions that I do not want to feel? I think that we're able to really understand ourselves more and understand where those behaviors are coming from. Because if we are not catching some behaviors, some patterns in our lives, we're not able to solve that. Because a lot of behaviors that we take is unconscious, subconscious. So that means that until they are subconscious, until we don't bring into conscious, we're not able to solve that. Number three is how we handle power and responsibility. I think this is again very, very important. How we handle power is, and there's like, I really love that. Power doesn't corrupt people. Power reveals people. Exactly the same with money. Because like rich people are greedy, and people are like not nice or whatever. Like you can name it whatever. But I think that's again, they were, when they were poor, they was exactly the same. So when they made money, they didn't became greedy. They didn't became not nice. They were always been this way. But now when they have more money, they were able to be much more loud with their not niceness, if I could say that. So I think that we need to always say that what happens when you have more power? What happens with you? What do you prefer? Do you want to really go and serve people? Do you want to really tell them what needs to be done? Because I think that you're able to reveal yourself to when you get the power and responsibility to yourself. And that moment you ask yourself, do I like myself when I get power? Do I like it? Or do I need to change that? Because I think that every single person could change. Every single person could change in the way that they want to be changed, but not every single person wants to. Number four, and I think this is again very important, attachment style and relationship patterns. I think every single person needs to have a relationship in one way or another, and that means you need to understand, okay, how I connect with people, because how we connect, that's how we protect. Because if you're not able to connect, how are we supposed to protect? And I think that's very, very important to understand how is your childhood, because I think that every single person have some kind of style, and I think that you probably have heard it. There's like a secure style, there's avoidance style, and there's like attached style. I think that's codependent style. I don't remember the names directly, but one is more that is always afraid to lose. One is always wants to have a space, and one is secure when he's able to go both ways because he is secure in his relationship. And I think that when you think about right now in society, that there's so many divorces coming out, I think that there is that those relationship styles became even more important, because I think that the past was more secure, and now I think that we need to work harder to develop secure relationship patterns. But again, this is again one of the topics that we need to really reflect on to understand where we are right now and what we need to do to really heal those potentially unhealthy patterns, just to make sure that we're able to live a life full of significance, bliss, and joy, because relationships bring so much into our lives. So I think it's worth it to really stay present and really learn how to really work with relationships, rather than say like, oh, this is the way how I am. I don't believe that. I truly believe that we are not fixed. We are not not glasses. We are not able to break. We're able to really develop ourselves and mold ourselves. Like, we like water. We're able to fit where we need to be fitted. Number five, shadow traits and blind spots. Every single person has blind spots. Every single person has shadows. And I think that's really lovely saying that you meet your shadow in people you judge. You meet your shadow in the people you judge. So that means, again, we can ask, who do I judge and why do I judge them? What are the key areas of their behavior that they judge? Because I found that sometimes, do I do what they do? And I found that, yeah, I have seen myself doing that. And it's interesting that we judge sometimes our shadow in other people. We project that. And I think that's very, very important to be aware and ask questions. Because again, it's very, very important to understand where I potentially could look for my shadow. And the blind spots, you're not able to see it. That means that you're not able to see your blind spot. That is a blind spot. That means we need to understand that we have mentors, coaches, guides, friends, acquaintances who are really great and pointing out, who are really have some kind of vested interest in you as a relationship, as connection, and they are willing to share not nice things, share kind things to you. They say that this is your blind spot. This is where you are not good yet. Not good yet. That means that they're able to really share and cover that blind spot. Most times, sometimes blind spots will not be able to, and it's not worthy to that blind spot to really cover. Maybe that's your weakness. Maybe we need to find people who are great at your weakness and there is your strength, and blending those yourself with that other person will make things so much better, because now you're able to focus on your strengths and really focusing on um, healing your shadow, or incorporating, not healing, incorporating your shadow and really using shadow as a benefit rather than disadvantage. Number six, true motivation and desires. I think every single person really need to constantly reflect on their true motivation and true desires. Because when you have your true why, I really love it saying that when you know your true why, it doesn't matter how you will get there because you have that motivation. Desire is a whisper to your soul. Listen carefully because I think that when you, if you not, if there is no one judge you, if you don't judge you, what would I pursue? If I think that is again the question is that if everything was possible, what would I pursue? Because that's the question that asks really that if I don't consider like all the fears, all the resources, everything aside, and if I don't consider anything, what would I pursue? But that's a lot of times reveals that you have a massive, beautiful desire and massive, beautiful vision. But now, like we have those self-sabotaging ideas, thoughts, perspectives that doesn't allow to say like that logic come in. But this one, this one doesn't allow me to do that. I think that we need to learn how to shut all those thoughts and really pursue the vision that we always want to do because I truly believe that is best way to live. And number 7 is sense of meaning and purpose. And I think that is very, very important. And I really love the question. Ask what pain have I been through that I want to help others with. I really love Admiral Latin for this perspective because he always says that most time the things that you feel that mostly disqualify for, you from being a great leader, most likely those things are the things that qualify you to help the people who was going through the same thing that you went through. Because if you went through something that is painful, that is adversity, that's challenges, mistakes, whatever it is, that means you qualified now. You are the most qualified person to help someone else who are going through exactly the same thing. And it's very powerful. And I think there's a lot of meaning in that because now you are serving, adding value. Because I truly believe that life we live is to serve, to add a value, to connect with people. It's all about others. Being able to really invest in yourself so much, to develop yourself, to grow into that leader, into that empowered leader, that encouraging leader, aspiring leader that you could add and serve others. So I truly believe that we need to learn to develop everything and invest so much in ourselves and love ourselves that we could love others. Because the more you love yourself, the more you love others. Now, that's a good love, not a selfish love. That when you want to tear everyone down. No, like I'm gonna really love yourself. Because when you love yourself, you're able to love others in a healthy way. So I think that it's very, very important to have that purpose, that meaning, when you and asking what is my meaning, what is my calling, what is my dedication, what is my purpose. And when you know that, I think that life becomes so much more beautiful because you wake up in the morning with a smile on your face because you know that today will matter because you're working on your purpose, on your vision, and that vision is bigger than you. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.